Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Sunday League returns. This is actually race 2. I did attend race 1, but it wasn't on my PlayStation, so I couldn't record the footage. But either way, we are back. This is race 2. We're at Ascari, and lining up, we've got Sven first, my dad second, Bill third, I'm in 4th, Eddie 5th, Riemann 6th, Boone in 7th, Andy 8th, Stuart 9th, Eric in 10th, and Rennie lining up on 11th.
And all those folks that thought the SLS was slow. Of course, then again, the next course favors different cars.
I guess offering in the hands of Sven was slow.
Yeah, but doing it for that many laps is a different story.
The GT is so beautiful.
Yeah, I love this car. Too bad.
But I'd got many more beautiful cars.
And we're away for race 2 of the season. As you can hear, I don't have a mic this week, you can hear everybody else talking. But off we go into treacherous turn 1. This corner was awful. Knew I wasn't going to make it, so I took to the grass and ended up collecting my dad at the same time. So that's kind of ruined our race from the start. 21 laps, so it is a long race. As you can see, we've got full damage on, and that's already taken its toll on both of us. There we go, later on to lap 1 though. I think my dad and Eddie ended up getting together, and they've both looks like they've got a bit more damage than they may have had previously. So over to my dad getting 10th place, but we're gonna have to pit this lap anyway. So Eddie's going in as well, as you can see there. So I'm going in, and my dad follows us close behind. First lap of the race, no need to put any fuel in. We'll do that later. I know I'll have to make a pit stop between now and the end of the race, so if I need fuel, I'll put it in then. There you go, Eddie's in the pits. I'm in now as well. Some fresh tyres, fix the damage. And thankfully I got out ahead of Eddie, so I think Eddie put fuel in, whereas I never. So that's helped me jump him in the pits, and I'm up to 9th place now. Later on that lap, Eric's off to the right hand side there, as you can see. Just having a wee bit of a fun day in the grass. On to lap 3 now. Riemanns obviously must have had a problem, as did Boone, I guess. They've pitted in. Boone's run wide in cold tyres. Riemanns went a little bit slow, so I'm right up behind him now, past Boone. Got 7th place. So now it's sort of set about Riemanns and see if we can pass him.
Damage is just too crazy to hang on to. I tried it for 1 lap.
Oh yeah?
It makes it interesting. I'm gonna start learning how to drive with damage on.
So we're still following right behind Riemanns. See if we can make a move somewhere around here on him. Got my tyres are warmed up, his are still a bit cold.
That
so
was an intense lap.
see if I can pass him somewhere. Right up behind him here. This is probably my best chance so far this lap. Have a look up the inside. Both pretty much the same on the brakes there. Gave him a bit of a nudge, but nothing was happening. Got a better exit out of that corner than I did as well. So we're down the longest part of this track, longest straight here. This is the only part you can really test the top speed of these cars around this circuit. Oh, just right behind him again. Up to this kind of chicane. It's a bit weird, just jump across that.
And my wheel is vibrating all the way down the track.
A little bit quicker than him through there, but there's not really anywhere to pass around here unless he makes a mistake, but he seems to be holding his line pretty well. Just sit behind him though, just show him at my right, see if we can make him make a mistake somewhere. He's pretty quick through that corner, runs a little bit wide on this one, so I'm right up behind him again. Around the final turn we go. Got the grass a little bit, just don't want to run wide there because that'll end in disaster. But as you can see on the right hand side, Andy's in the pits, so he's coming out just beside us. So he comes out right between myself and Riemanns, but he's going to have cold tyres from this turn 1, always ends in disaster. Didn't that time for him, but he ran wide and I managed to get the place anyway. Later on that lap though, Riemanns goes a little bit sideways there, lets me catch up with him again. Not really close enough to make a move. See if I can get slipstream down the straight though. Down the straight, didn't really get anything on him. Onto a couple laps later now, still sitting behind Raymond. He's holding the gap a bit. Stuart's in front now, going sideways. I think he made a mistake there, so his tyres will be a little bit dirty by the looks of things. And then just in front of him is Rennie. Here we go around here. Stuart runs a little bit wide out onto the dirt. Raymond gets passed out past the swells up into 5th place. So we're now going to try and get past Rennie now. Just further in that straight though, Rennie makes a mistake, I make a mistake. I was never going to make that corner, so I just took the penalty. Rennie must have cut it a bit more than I did, because his penalty seems to have lasted longer than mine. So I managed to get past him, as does Stuart as well. So despite going off the track, I've managed to get another position. Stuart's looking pretty feisty behind. But goes a bit too fast in that corner, makes a mistake, off he goes into the wall. Onto lap 7 though, a little bit too hot into that corner there. Run wide, dirty tyres, across the grass again. Dirty tyres, even more. Just downshifting just wasn't happening for me there at all, and Rennie managed to get past. I've got Andy sitting behind me, and then right behind us is about between Eddie and my dad. So this would be an interesting round here. 5 cars all battling away. So Andy's a bit closer to me than I am to Rennie, so I have to watch out into this corner here. I think I was a little bit too cautious on the brakes, and Andy's sticking his nose up the inside. Bumping me wide, that's fine, that's acceptable. He gets the position though. Let's see if I can get past him somewhere in the straight. No, it's a right kick there, so he had that covered. Just a bit cautious into this corner again, like the lap before I went off as did Rennie. But no, all managed to get through there pretty safe. So you got the 2 Ferraris in front in a battle, got my dad trying to pass Eddie behind, and I'm stuck in the middle. So this will be interesting to see how this pans out. So Andy's looking very feisty over the back of Rennie there. I'm sure he's coming past. Dad tries to get up the inside of Eddie as well as we go. I have no idea where I'm wanting to look. But my dad gets past there. Andy tries to go up the inside of this corner. Runs really wide, he stops. Andy goes even wider again. Loses the back end. Just missed collecting him. And he goes off into the wall. So that didn't really pan out very well for Andy. Rennie tries to get back up my inside. Sidles a little bit. And now Eddie and my dad are right on the back of him. So I'm fine into turn 1, I've got nothing to worry about, but there's a bit of a battle going on there as they all jump across the first chicane. So my dad seemed to come out of that Rennie came out of that in 5th place. Eddie 6th, my dad 7th. So that's kind of as you were for now anyway. On to lap 10 though. Jump in the pits, Eddie goes past me, see if I get some fresh tyres for the end of the race. Just sticking an extra litre of fuel. Make sure I do last until the end. Rennie goes past me as well while I'm in the pits, as does my dad. So we go on to lap 11 now, 10 laps to go. Round we come, finishing lap 11 on to lap 12, past Chuck, who's in the pits. And Eddie's in the pits as well now, so past Eddie on lap 13.
Yeah, I bet.
On to lap 16 though, Eddie's caught back up, sun's starting to set as well. I just get a little wide on the exit, trying to stop the car spinning and collect Eddie in the process, so that's giving me front left damage. So, don't know what that's done to his car, he might have got some front right damage, maybe a little bit more, I'm not too sure. But he's ended up going off onto the grass there because of that. But I'm going to try and keep going with this damage anyway, it's something that I can control to the end. As you can see, the sun's setting even more now, it's getting a little bit darker, and he's got his lights on. Back to the same corner where we had a collision a couple of laps ago. I'm still going with the damage, he's obviously put it in, he's got fresh tyres and no damage, so he's definitely got the advantage over here on this last lap. Doing what I can to defend from him. But he got a good exit out of that corner, he's right around my outside. Just changed me there to make sure I don't collect him. Caught the grass a little bit and he goes a bit wide through that corner and we ended up collecting each other. So it hasn't affected me damage wise, I already had that damage, but by the looks of things it has affected him, he's got some damage on his front right again. So he seems to have slowed down there. I could pass him up the inside, but it was he's entitled to that 5th place as far as I'm concerned. And as you can see, he's taking off down that straight anyway. So damage or no damage, he's a lot faster.
That's damage rule, right? That's just cost me a race, that. Having to go, you can jump into the pit for speed to the fucking plan, isn't it? Or breaking or something.
The way it goes.
I have to go in the pit at least 4 or 5 times. You're not happy.
So there you go. Andy wasn't happy about the damage there. He ended up actually just quitting out at the end. But either way, Spins won the race. Billiken 2nd, Reeman's 3rd, my dad 4th, Eddie 5th, myself 6th, Rennie comes home in 7th, Boone 8th, Eric 9th, Stuart 10th, and Andy rounds out the positions in 11th place. So a decent start to the season. I got 5th place in the race previously and 6th place in this one, so it's pretty average in all honesty. There's the standings so far. You can see the positions from race 1 as well. But anyway, I will leave you with these standings and the pictures from the race, and I will see you all next race, which is Daytona Road Course at night. So that's going to be interesting. Well, see you all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.